my dear friends, welcome to Belgrade on a sunny day, Wednesday, 22nd of December. Look at this nice weather. The sun is shining very bright. It's a real pleasure being outside this at such a lovely day. 12.5 degrees Celsius, very pleasant. In fact, what I did is that I didn't take my winter jacket, but instead I took my, let's say, autumn and spring jacket instead, which I already conserved and wanted to take for dry cleaning, but given the fact that it would be too hot in a winter, it would have been too hot in a winter jacket, this is how I did. Currently approaching the crossroad, waiting at the traffic light at the crossroad with Maksima Street at the very heart of Vračar. Left from us is the Chuburski Park, and this street to the left, Maksima, will be leading us to Slavia Square eventually. This street used to be called Maršala Tolbuhina, if I'm not mistaken, but it has been renamed to Maksima, based on the famous also Commander Mackenzie. So one commander has practically changed the other as far as the names are concerned. Not really sure why this happened, to be honest. Never mind. Now that when I mentioned Tolbuhin, it's impossible not to mention also Tupoljev. Actually, it reminded me only. And today's date, in 1972, the famous constructor of planes, Tupoljev, Andrei Nikolaevich Tupoljev, has died. I mean, he was probably probably the most skillful and talented constructor of airplanes. During his life, he led practically the construction of over 100 types of planes. And he was the one also, not only the war planes, but also civil planes. He was the one who led the construction of also the first supersonic plane, the Tu-144, which definitely, is quite an achievement. Now waiting at the pedestrian crossing at Kalinić Market, Kalinićeva pijaca, as we say. Quite crowdy. Wednesday is also, next to Saturday, one of the important market days. Second to Saturday, I would say. Let's see. Now we'll be going to Krunsk Street. Now these cameras have been mounted all over the city, overwatching traffic. And Krunskaya also being one of the nicest streets in town. However, maybe it's not so much visible now in the late autumn, actually at the beginning of winter. It's more visible in spring and summertime when all these trees are green. Trees are green, red roses. Yeah, now when the trees are naked practically. Okay, the feeling is not as nice, but still, it's a pleasure driving this street, definitely. With the trees in between, I mean, two lanes. Continuing Krunsk Street. Here is also, we will be passing next to the museum of Nikola. What is this guy doing now? Next to the museum of Nikola Tesla, which is this, not this, sorry, this is Berliner. And this is the building to the right is the student polyclinic. And this here is the museum of Nikola Tesla. I talked the other day about Nikola Tesla and that Elon Musk has practically influenced a lot, raising knowledge about Tesla by simply taking the name Tesla to for his company, Tesla Motors. Now already at Belgrade Street, and going to one of the quite important crossroads with Boulevard Kralja Aleksandra, next to the Faculty of Law. There has been quite a number of times. This is now something. Bosnian plates. As I said, rather important cross section. I don't know, these drivers are driving me crazy, definitely. Yeah, this is the only they are good at. Probably this is, yeah. And now practically descending slowly but surely to Tashmaidan, Sports Center Tashmaidan, and left from us is also within this complex is also the Tashmaidan swimming pools, open and closed ones, and the left and right from us are the two Tashmaidan parks. The right from us is the small Tashmaidan park, left is the bigger one. At the far end of this park is the Church of St. Marko, or St. Marko's Church, Crkva Svetog Marka, as we say in Serbian. We'll be soon seeing one, actually we are seeing two very tall buildings. The first one, both of them are white, three actually, but not counting the one on the left, the white and red, but the white here to the right and the white straight ahead. The white to the right is the ex-building of Inex Interexport. I've talked about it in one of my previous videos, one of the largest import-export companies in ex-Yugoslavia. And the one in front of us is a more recent building, built within the complex of Central Garden, if I'm not mistaken, an Israeli company, real estate developer. This is one of the first complexes of that size built in Serbia. Recently, after the moment when such complexes started being very modern, popular, which happened some things like I would say not more than 10 years ago. Prior to that, there were only, most of the constructions were related to individual buildings, but now this condo type is being increasingly, is gaining importance and interest of the consumer, the buyers. if we would continue straight ahead, eventually we will reach one of the most important sports centers in Belgrade, which is the Pioneer. The funny vehicle on the right is the one of the communal police. They are taking pictures of inappropriately parked vehicles. This has been introduced recently, a couple of months ago, to Belgrade. But as I said, straight ahead from us is the Pioneer Sports Center. This used to be the home of Red Star basketball team. And also one of the rare ice halls in Belgrade. Actually, for quite a long period of time, it was the only ice hall, in the sense that you could do ice skating, ice hockey, and similar stuff. Is within this complex of the Pioneer Sports Center, Pioneer. Now, the street in this section carries the name of Starine Novaka, and we will be taking a left turn to Cvićeva Street. Cvićeva and its continuation, Dimitrija Tucovića, being practically one of the, I would say, definitely top 10 avenues in the city. So this one being practically parallel to Boulevard Kralja Aleksandra. And then there is one more, Maksima Street, also parallel to Boulevard, but it's not as important, I would say, not even, not as, there are no two lanes on each side, etc, etc. And then the next one with two lanes is the Ustanička Street, which is also most of the time parallel to Boulevard Kralja Aleksandra, and then it converges at some point of time. Okay, that much for now, I would say. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.